Hi my loves. Hi my loves. Hi my loves. I hope you all are good and having a good day, having a good morning, good day and a good evening. Welcome to my page. My name is Maputi. I am not a gogo. I'm not a mkulu. Do not talk over me. Do not namaste me. I've added namaste now. Right? Just greet me. Greet me by the name my family gave me, my ancestors gave me, and God gave me, Maputi. Alrighty. And if you are new here, welcome. Please know a few things. No one is forcing you to like me as a person or to like my page. No one is forcing you to like the message I send out. No one is even forcing you to like my videos. No one is forcing you to comment. No one is forcing you to follow me. We're not holding a gun to your head and asking for your likes. We're not doing that here. So feel free to watch the videos. Feel free to look at the videos. You can watch them without following me. You can watch them without liking. There's so many people that watch without like or commenting. You can be one of them. It's okay. Or you can choose not to watch them altogether. That's still okay, right? If you do decide to stay and in your staying, you feel like you want to follow me, and also when you do decide to follow me, also remember, always keep that in mind that no one forced you to follow me. You did it on your own accord. If you do decide to follow me and then after watching a bit of my video, you feel like you want to book a consultation, the first thing you need to do is go through the pinned videos on TikTok. On YouTube, you will find them by name. The first one is how to book a consultation. The second one is mentorship with me. The third one, the message is titled Focus on the Message and Not the Messenger. Focus on what I'm saying and not me as a person, because I'm not a nice person. And many people have decided not to listen to the message because I'm not a nice person. And that's okay. That's their own prerogative. That's their own decision. Right? Especially because I did not call anyone here. I just created this page for a few people who need the message, and everyone else found it guided by their own ancestors. Once you've watched those videos, watch a little bit of my videos, get yourself acquainted with me before you come for a consultation, because that's when you will meet the real me now in that consultation. How do you book a consultation? You can inbox me on TikTok. You can email me. The link is found on TikTok. On YouTube, I wrote my email. There is also a link to my website on TikTok. I can't put it on YouTube. There's no space, or maybe I've not figured out how to put it. And in that link, you can go to my website, see the prices, the different prices. Just know that the phone consultations are on hold for until further notice. Only doing voice note consultations for now. And no payments can be made on the website. You still have to contact me directly in order to book a consultation with me. We have terms and conditions to go through. Okay. A title's up here. By now you've figured out what the message is about, and if you've made it this far, welcome. Okay, so we're going to talk about spiritual protection. Yesterday, in the video yesterday about the different jewelries and how we use them in spirituality and the different symbols, well, I only focused on 4 symbols, or three or four symbols. Many of the symbols allude to a deep protection. Wearing them also means that you'll be protected, right? So I want to talk about spiritual protection. Where does the spiritual protection come from, and why spiritual protection? Some people seem to be highly protected. Some people seem to not be highly protected. What's the difference? What makes other people highly spiritually protected and others not highly spiritually protected? What qualifies one to be protected? Right, I didn't write this lesson, so the thoughts came as I was in the shower, and I had a voice said I should proceed with the lesson. So we are just going to go at it. I might be a little bit all over the place, but I'm all over the place all the time. So let's see how it goes. Okay. Let me sip on my drink first before we start. I'm having passion fruit today. as my morning drink. Okay, so spiritual protection, right? What does it mean? It means that you're protected in the spirit realm, right? It means that you're protected in the spirit realm. The protection from the spirit realms automatically translate to the physical realm as well. Okay? Where does the protection come from? Where does the spiritual protection come from? Hey, my visions these days, I'm seeing a vision now. Where does the spiritual protection come from? Maybe let me look at it. Maybe they want to give me a message. Where does the spiritual protection come from? Right? So, many people assume, okay, let's start with the assumed part. Many people assume their protection is number 1 from God, number 2 from the Holy Spirit, number 3 from the angels, right? The angels of light. Number 4 from their ancestors of light. Yeah. I think those are the 4 animal spirits as well of light. Right? So those are the 5 assumed protective places that a person would think their protection comes from. But there are some of you where your protection also comes from the demons, the Satans, the dark entities, the angels of darkness, the dark gods and dark goddesses. Some of you, your protection comes from there, right? So we'll cover 2 why you would be protected by such people. Some of you, your protection is all of them at once. Okay. So let's go back to the video, the test of the pilgrimage. All right? The video, the test of the pilgrimage, the cover is the tarot card Hermit, the Hermit. And in that deck, it's a woman with gray hair, and she has like a hoodie on, like a robe on, like a cape on that is grayish, blackish, and she's like in a desolated building or something like that. But I'm sure you figure out as you go down the videos. I just don't have it. I don't use that deck, right? Now, yesterday, one of my mentees is doing her assignment, and the assignment is on past life, right? She's on the past life assignments that they have to do on a regular. And so she then asked a question about the connection between past lives. Ooh, there's a black butterfly coming in. Okay. She asked a question, the connection between 7 soul cycles and the past life, right? And one of the things that we had a discussion on when she asked that about reincarnation, past life and reincarnation. No, she's actually doing reincarnation, not the past life one. She's actually doing reincarnation. And then we had a discussion about how reincarnation and the 7 soul cycles are not the same thing. I'm getting to the protection part. Reincarnation and the 7 soul cycles are not the same thing. A person can be reincarnated on earth 4 times before they even get to perfect one of their soul cycles. And after perfecting 1 or 2, they could go to 10 reincarnation before they even get to do the 3rd soul cycle perfectly. The soul cycle video, it is a cycle. It's like a stones on the beach that are made in this spiral symbol on the beach. That's the 7 soul cycle videos. I think that's it. And then I then said to her that majority of the time, how you know you're on your 7th soul cycle, you will be told, right? You will be told that, listen, this is the last one, so you need to get it well. Usually when you're on the 4th or 5th, no one tells you. They're like, let her figure it out. Only at the last one, because The last one is the one that's the most important one, and it means that when you finish it, you're a God, so you get extra help on that one. So in part of our discussion, I said to her that it has been revealed to me that I have been on earth since the golden age. Right? That's how long I've been on earth. That's why I'm so tired of earth. And when it was revealed to me, the first question I asked was, the first thing that came to my mind was like, was it really that hard for me to just get it? Like, was it really that hard for me to just get it? Right? I asked, was it really that hard for me to get it? To the point that I had to be here until, like, we don't even know how long the golden age has been here for. Meaning that I was here from Lemuria, Atlantis. I've seen it all. And so I thought maybe I was just slow, and that's why I stayed longer. Other people got it right before me. And then my ancestors said, no, you chose to be here. You were part of the people that chose that you are going to take up the responsibility to help humanity get into the next golden age. And I was like, why in the world did I choose that? Why in the heck would I choose something like that? And the answer I got was that I understood my capabilities, and I understood the mission that I had come on earth for. And looking through my many past life dreams, I've had to face hard responsibility. I was always thrown with some very hard responsibility. Now I don't know why. What's the difference this time? Why am I tired and feeling like it's time to go home? Is it because I'm closer to the finish line? We are closer to the finish line of the golden age, because that seems to be the biggest mission of my soul, to get everyone to the golden age, right? Which is understandable, because I've been here since the golden age, and I chose to be here to help everyone get to the golden age. So it seems like even in this life, my whole mission is just to make sure that in the beginning, before I even knew about the golden ages, my whole mission was that I just need to save a few souls. I don't even know why I'm saving them, why I should be saving them, right? I could just preach the gospel. I could just teach them to learn the Bible. And I've always been interested in saving kids. And so with that, I'm not the only one, right? Many of you have been here for quite some time. There are those who left the golden age in the Lemurian era, at the peak of Lemuria, and left, and then only came back a little bit later on. There are some of us who've stayed, right? I have a few that have been known, were told to me that this one was with you, this one is tired as you, this one doesn't want anything. If he's watching this video, he's probably gonna laugh and be like, why are you talking about me on your videos, right? And many have been here. Many have been here. Many of you have been doing the work, right? And you've been doing the work, and many of you are on the path to godhood. Because many of you, as melanated people, are royal people, are the original people, and meaning that you are on your path to godhood. You came here to train to be a god. Now comes the protection, right? Automatically, that means that you will be protected. That means that because you have a mission, now that comes, why are we protected spiritually? Because you have a mission, and that mission needs to be fulfilled. A Lord is riding on you fulfilling that mission, hence why you are protected, right? Some of you are protected by your ancestors, because your ancestors need you to heal the bloodline, and so that they also can exit the matrix, so that they also can exit and get into the golden age. They are relying on you. Some of you are protected by your bloodline ancestors and your soul ancestors, because you have a higher mission of helping humanity in a more soul level, right? And you need to fulfill your mission. I had a consultation with someone, but this is not the first time it comes through. I've had consultations with people where I'm told that this person doesn't understand their gift. One of them, they said that when they laugh, and this person doesn't like laughing, and they say that their laugh is contagious. When they laugh, people around them start laughing, even when they don't know it. So let's say maybe they're sitting in the bathroom and they start laughing. What they don't know is that their laugh has a ripple effect, that people in the neighborhood will start to just laugh. All right, many of you have been in this situation where out of nowhere you just start to laugh and you don't know what you're laughing about, or just like a burst of joy just comes towards you and you don't know where it's coming, that vibration, you don't know where it's coming from. Because there are certain people, when they do certain things, they release a vibration, and this vibration affects certain people. The same way there are certain people, when they are depressed, when they are low, they can affect the whole community with their low vibration. Right? So now, many of you are protected because you have a mission that impacts people and you're not even aware of. Right? Just like that person who loves. The other one, they had said to her that her words are power. And I've been coming across a lot of people who have the gift of manifestations, the gift of visualization. Right? And this is why many people can do all the visualization techniques and manifestation techniques and they don't work, because there are certain people who are gifted with that, and so they were instructed to actually use that gift to benefit humanity, visualize and manifest other people receiving blessings, and in that way they are able to help people, right? Not people, just generally visualizing the world becoming more peaceful, the wars ending and stuff like that. Now, with such a person, let's say maybe there's 10 of them who have that gift. If they were to do that same visualization of the war ending together, that means that they will impact humanity and the war will end. So, now with that said, the amount of attacks that will be on those people will be beyond this world. Why? Because they have the gift that can stop the war without anyone knowing why the war ended. Okay? So meaning that those who are benefiting from the war will do everything in their powers to make sure that these people do not realize their gifts or to attack them. Right? So now some of you are protected because of the gifts that you walk with. And then there are those who have words. You have a vibration in your words. Now why is my voice starting to act up now? Some of you, there's a vibration. Some of you, there's a vibration in your words. The words you speak become a living reality. And you have spoken things into existence in your life. But what most of you don't know with this gift is that you have actually spoken wars into existence. You have spoken peace treaties into existence. The things that you say out of your mouth are impactful, and it is the gift that you work with. It is the Seren gift. Right? Many people use this gift to make themselves be attractive, to attract men, or women, because the Serens were men. I've met a few of them in consultations, but they don't understand that the words that they speak are life. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, right? Word. The Word is alive. And they don't understand that. And so they are careless with the words that they speak. Right. So now you, just to name a few, I'm just giving examples here. So many of you are protected because of the missions and the gifts that you work with. You have that high protection. And some of you have a mandate to help humanity as a whole. Right? And none of the things I'm saying has anything to do with religion. So don't confuse this. This is not about religion. And so that means that angels will also come to protect you. Angels will also come to protect you. Now, angels will come to protect you because they need you to fulfill your mission. They need you to use your gifts, right? That's why some of you have angels that come and work with you on this journey that you're on of spirituality. Some of you, your mission, it is to bring revolution, bring the great restarts. I want to do a lesson on the restarts that have happened in humanity. Well, I've been on earth that long. I want to do a lesson on a few things, right? I'm coming back with them. Right. Some of you are part of the restart committees, and your mission is always in many lifetimes is to usher a restart, right? And that is something that I think I've been blessed with, to be part of the people that usher in the restart, because in many of my past lives, I'm always there in the pinnacle when the world is about to change. And maybe that's why certain things don't affect me as they should be affecting me, because, or I can see through the illusion, because I think sometimes some of us were part of the people that created the illusions, or some of my angels, or some of my beings, right? In order to bring a restart so that we can fast forward the work so that we can reach the golden age quicker. And sometimes that means creating wars. Sometimes that means collapsing the economy. Sometimes that means doing a global restart in order for us to move faster forward, right? So that's the mission of some of the angels. Some of the angels are not here to play nice. Some of the angels are here to make sure that along with some of you, you are given missions to destroy. They're given missions to destroy, right? That's why pioneers are important. You're given mission to destroy and start anew, to pioneer something. You're given mission to collapse the bricks and mortar, that system that used to run, to create new systems of online, right? Innovation is a destroyer of non-innovation. So some of you have a mission to destroy in order to create, right? The things that you're, the innovative products that you're coming up with are destroying something that has been built in the system, something that has been there for centuries, right? Okay, let's go back to the brick and mortar system of business. People were doing it for so many years, and it worked, and someone decided to come with online shopping, right? And many businesses went out of business because of that. The print newspaper is dwindling. It's no longer there because someone created media news, right? Now, the creations, mobile phones, they destroyed something else, right? So pages, maybe they destroyed the paging system. So when you have a mission and you are part of the people whose mission is to destroy in order to create a new reality, in order to create a new world, right? And now remember, you being part of the team doesn't mean that every single thing you destroy the good, you destroy the good and the bad. But also, it doesn't mean that every single thing that is brought out by your invention will be good. Just like internet. Internet can be the most darkest place ever. And dark things happen on the internet. And yet, it is one of the most informative things ever. AI will be used for good and for evil measures, right? But all these things are there because they fast forward us quicker, they move us quicker, they jot us out of our comfort zone as humans and into a reality where we now have to figure ourselves out, right? So in such a state, when you are those people, you will not only be protected by the angels of light, but you will also have the angels of darkness, because they also need you to get your job done so that they can also operate and find new avenues to proceed to spread their darkness. Right? So protection. So spiritual protection is not always love and light. It can come from multiple avenues. Right? And how did I learn this? I learned this a while back. So a while back, when I was now, the journey of spirituality has its ups and downs, right? I have multiple religion, non-religion experiences, right? And now I was in the African side of it, and now things were picking up and I'm learning things, and now I'm being confronted with witchcraft. And every single day I have to battle these witches. And at some point I'm asking, but why are these people after me? What did I do? I'm not doing anything. I'm not even helping anyone at this particular moment. Why are these people after me? I think I started asking the questions now when I was now getting attacked by the demons now. I was like, wait a minute. But why? Why would these people now attack me? Because I'm not even doing anything monumentum. I'm not helping people. Like I at that time, they are taking me and I have like 5 clients who are my friends. And I'm like, but why, right? And then there came a point where it was just a very crazy week that week, where I was just being attacked left, right, and center. But then I noticed something, that it seemed like the demons were a little bit on my side. They were fighting me, but yet fighting for me. And I was like, man, what's happening here? And then I had an encounter in an astral, I think it was an astral dream or a lucid dream. I think maybe it was a lucid dream, or I think it was a lucid dream. I had an encounter where now there's war happening with there's 2 sides that are fighting, right? And none of them are in the light. It's only darkness. And I'm like, where are my angels of light? Why are they not here helping me? Because I'm caught in the crossfire. And then then obviously the darker demons were winning, and they were fighting, right? And they were telling them, those who use witchcraft or whatever, the wizards or whatever, and then they were saying to them, you do not have authority to fight her. It's not in your jurisdictions. You do not have the authority to fight her, and it's not in your jurisdiction. I'm like, okay. And they're like, we are the only ones who have authority to fight her. So now they were fighting those ones to tell them, no. And then one of them said to me, you can summon us at any time to tell us to come fix these people if you feel that you need them fixing. But obviously you need to be very careful with demons, because there's always a price to pay. They always want something from you. They don't just help you for no reason, right? And I was like, I won't summon you guys, right? Why would I summon people who are fighting me? People who are trying to take my voice. Why will I summon people like that? You guys are fighting me more than the witches. So why will I summon you? It's as if like now there was a territorial thing, that we are only one who will fight her. And then towards me being exposed to now, when I was told, given the mission by the light angels, who don't come when there's war. Well, I'm sorry, they do come. They actually do come. When the serious war, that one I could handle it, so there was no need for them to come. When they gave the mission that is now to go public, I need to be exposed to the world. People around the world need to know me, which I hated it and I refused it, but they gave the mission and I was like, okay, it's time, it's in my destiny. I did my own astrological forecast, and in my own astrological forecast, I knew that I could not run away from it. Being in the public eye is something that I am going to be hit with, whether I like it or not, from 2025, and I have no choice but to just ride the wave, right? So fine. When I was accepting that, I had an influx of demons fighting me. I didn't even know there were things called Satans. I was in it. I was in it. But it was now a fight between the light and the darkness. Even my angels and archangels were all coming, and it was war. And in the midst of that, I remember they were trying to take my voice. The thing that they fought for was the voice. This voice that makes us all go to sleep when we watch the videos. That's the one that they were trying. The ones that when you sleep, you now get to open portals, you have dreams. That's what they wanted to take. And I remember in one of those war, I've had enough. That day I had had enough, and I said, stop it. And I commanded everyone, I was like, you don't have authority to touch me. You do not have the authority to touch my voice. You do not have the authority to touch me. And for the first time in my life, I noticed that I had authority to command them. And the scriptures in the Bible came back when Jesus was commanding the demons and said, get thee behind me, Satan. You do not have authority to talk to me. And it came to mind, and I said that. And at that time, I was in a lucid state that was supposed to be a sleep paralysis, but it turned out to be a lucid, more like, it's sort of like I was in a, so I was in the same reality, but I was outside of reality in the astral that looked exactly like the reality where I was sleeping in, right? And it was dark, and I was standing, and I could see my body. So I had astral projected out of my body, and I'd seen my body sitting there, and I commanded them. And I remember these dark entities moving back, and I said to them, I don't ever want to see you guys touching me ever again. Get behind, right? And I noticed they start moving, and I'm like, okay, I didn't know this was possible. And then from then on, the issue has never been them attacking me directly. They've been bringing sicknesses and what. They won't stop. The reality is that they won't stop, because at the end of the day, they are also under a mission by God. As on the test of the pilgrimage, they are on a mission to every single thing which is dark and light happening in this world is all coming under the same authority, coming from the same beings, right? So they also have a mission to fulfill. And sometimes we disturb each other's mission. I'm disturbing their mission, they disturb my mission as well. Right? It is the game. That's the game of life. That's the Hunger Games. And so I'm not the only one. There are some of you that have entities that are protecting you. I remember talking to a friend and saying to him that because he can summon the angel of death. And the first thing that I said to him, which he did not realize, I said, why do you think the angel of death would appear to you? Why do you think that? Why would you summon the angel of death? It means that you have authority over the angel of death. Hence why you summon the angel of death. Right? And hence why you can destroy things. And he knows what, well, through our talks, he knows what I was talking about. So some of you are powerful beings. Some of you are powerful beings that have come on earth for a particular mission. And right now we are at the crux of humanity ascending. In a couple of years, and the aim of the darker side, maybe let's put them this side, the aim of the darker side is to make sure by 2030 they have the agenda already in place so that we do not ascend. So the goal is 2030. And yet we also are working towards 2030 and making sure that people are ready to ascend. So now with that means that we have how many years? Because now we are in 2025, we have 5 years. That means that I'm not saying the world is ending in 2030, no. Don't make conclusions that I've not said. All I'm saying is that in the next 5 years, it's going to be Armageddon for sure. If you think we are in Armageddon, you have no idea how much it's going to get, right? And many of you play an integral part in people succeeding, people being safe, people opening up. Some of you, your part has nothing to do with going and preaching the gospel. Some of you, your part, it is in healing the earth. I've talked about this before, that there's certain people whose their mission is to heal the earth. All they need to do is channel light energies, light waves into the ground by touching the earth, by planting, by making sure that they start gardens. That's all. But the very same people who are supposed to start gardens wants to go sit on a pulpit and preach when that's not their mission. So we are at a point where many of you need to get your priorities right. You need to get your missions and work on your mission, because even the smallest, most insignificant mission plays an important role. There is someone that I came across. His mission is not complicated. All he needs to do is have an altar, make sure there's water by his altar, and report what's happening in the world through that water. And that message goes to the right people. Like, he's like a broadcaster. He's like a messenger. It's like the news reader. Take the news of the world, report it in the water. Water holds memory, water holds vibration, and the water will channel the memory to the places that it needs to go to the people. And the other sides, they get the message and they are clued up on what's happening on earth. That's all he needs to do. So he's like a spy. Very simple. And it is in this simple task that great work is being done. Not in the task that everyone needs to see you on social media. No. Right? And that's where many of you get it wrong. Everyone wants to rush off to be known, when some of you, your tasks are not to be known for a reason. Because the minute you are known, you'll be killed. Right? I'm not sure if we are still talking about protection. As I said, I didn't write this message. It just came to me, and we are just following pure intuition right now. Like, as intuitive messages are coming in, I'm just saying them. Okay. So now, you need to know your responsibility. Some of you, your responsibility will be shown by the level of attacks that you are coming. If you are highly being attacked, if life is hard, if things are complicated and blah, 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 you must also know that you are highly gifted. And to whom much is given, much is required. Those who have high responsibilities, a lot will be required of them. Right? And not a lot to say you'll be required to do a lot. But some of you, your job is to just make sure that you ascend, you finish your mission on earth, because the more melanated people wake up to who they are and live in their authenticity and become living charging batteries, like I said yesterday, right? The more they get insight, the more the antennas are open. And the more melanated people there are who are spiritually awakened, the more we are moving fast towards the new earth. Because there is no new earth that's coming without melanated people. They are the batteries that are charging the earth to ascend. Hence, that's why your melanation, your melatatedness, makes you an electromagnetic being. And once you charge it with the sun, you become a living battery. And the more we have more living batteries on the earth, the more we are able to battery up the earth so that it can ascend and split. And hence, that's why the war has always been on melanated people. I came across a video that this lady made today, and she was talking about the slave trade. Slavery is still a thing. The slavery on black people is still a thing. Right? Slave trades are real. They did not end. They're still happening under the pretext of domestic workers overseas. People have been slave traded all the way to the Middle East, all the way to Europe, to work as domestic workers. Right? It's a little bit different because they're given money this time, but the conditions that they have to work under, the conditions that they have to live under, and the people who are targeted are not just Africans, but they are Malaysians, Asians, Thai people, Balinese people, right? And the more melanated people wake up to who they truly are, the more we can fast track this. But the more melanated people are sleeping, the slower the ascension is. Right? So it is important. I lost my train of thought now. So it is important you understand your mission. Right? It doesn't take a lot. A car is charged by one battery. It takes a few Merkabas to being activated and fully charged for us to do the work. It takes a few of us to be in the astral realms and just be doing the work in the astral. Many of you are already doing the work in the astral. In your dreams, you're healing people. In the astral, in your dreams, you were going out and fighting wars that you don't even know how you found yourself in those wars. In your dreams, you are going out and saving kids. In your dreams, you are going out and stopping human trafficking, and you don't even know how you're doing it. And the more of you wake up, the more of you wake up and start fulfilling your responsibilities, the more we can do the work. The work can't be done by two people or one person. This is not a savior thing where Jesus has to come and save the whole humanity. No, we save ourselves. No, Jesus is coming here. You are the Christ. You are the Christ we've all been waiting for. You are the Christ. You hold the Christ consciousness. That's why you are part of the beings who chose to be on here. You are a Christ. And you hold the Christ consciousness within you, and you need to wake it up, and you need to start to do the work. The Christ consciousness runs through your blood, your veins. It runs through your body in the melanated. That's the Christ consciousness. It's in your melanin. And when you do not wake up to it, other people are going to claim it, like how the Jewish people have claimed to be the people of God when they are not. Other people are going to claim to be the Christ, to have the Christ consciousness when they don't. Right? The world is relying on you. The world is relying on you. And the more you wake up, the other races also wake up, and then the more work we can do together. But the main responsibility lies on Black people. And hence, that's why the protection is given to you the most. Other people are not protected because no one is fighting them. No one is trying to enslave them. No one is trying to steal their melanin. No one is using genetic modifications for their DNA. No one is doing that to them. No one is trying to dim their neuromelanin to make sure that how to figure them out. No one is doing experiments on them. So you are the biggest target, and hence that's why you need to wake up. They are trying to slow down the population of Black people by bringing us those contraceptives that will make us not have kids for 12 years. Meaning that we are not conceiving for 12 years. They're not rolling those things out in European countries. The DNA chip, the government DNA chips, those things are not being rolled out in other countries. They're rolled out in Africa, in melanated countries. They're using melanated people. And it's not because we are guinea pigs and we are easy to experiment on. No, it's because you all are populating a lot. You all are having many babies. You all are overpopulating. They are the minority. You are the majority, and they need to reduce the majority. Because the minute they reduce the majority so that not a lot of melanated people come and reincarnate, then it means that we are not ascending. I've always said to you guys that I have never been anything else but a melanated person in all my reincarnation. So meaning that if melanated people stop having kids, if black people stop having kids, then it means that if I die, I can't reincarnate, because then y'all are not having kids. Because I will always reincarnate in a melanated race. So meaning that the highly evolved beings will not be able to reincarnate once melanated people stop having kids. Then what does that mean about the ascension of the earth? It won't happen. So who is going to be targeted the most? The ones that are targeted the most are the ones that are able to ascend the earth. So hence, that's why you're protected. Now, some of you are even protected by demons to fulfill that, because they are also ready. Remember, their mission comes from the same place. Doesn't make sense, but to me it does. I know it doesn't make sense, but to me it does. Some demons are tired of being called demons when they are not demons. The Satans are tired of being called Satans when they are not even Satans. Alrighty, okay, so I don't know if this lesson on protection is making sense. Okay, so at the end of the day, the crux of the message is that you were spiritually protected because you have a mission to play on earth. No angels are bored here, busy protecting you. No demons are bored here, busy protecting you. No Satans are bored here, busy protecting you. No goddesses and gods are bored here, busy protecting you for no reason. Because why? You're special. What makes you special? No, you're not special. You have a mission. And you need to fulfill your mission. And sometimes the very same beings that protect you are the ones that give you the hardest trials. Because sometimes some of your gifts are activated. They know that if they don't do anything to push you to the edge of the cliff, you will not activate those gifts. And so they are the ones sometimes that push you to the edge of the cliff. They are the ones that sometimes your archangel can assign the Satan to say, go border her. Border her and make her life a living hell. We need her to wake up. We need her to wake up. And the Satan is going to have a field day in your life until you wake up. Right? Many of you are here on TikTok because you woke up because things were bad. You woke up because you were seeing things. You started taking spirituality seriously because things were just, like, things that you were seeing were just out of this world. Out of this reality that we are now talking to on TikTok or on YouTube. You started your search for spirituality and answers because your life was falling apart and no one could help you, because no healer can help you, because the thing that is going in your life has nothing to do. It's not coming from humans. The disaster that's hitting you, the tower moment. That's why in Tarot we have a deck, we have a card called the Tower. Go Google it, the Tower. And I always talk about the tower moment. When the tower hits you, your whole life turns upside down. But no tower moment is brought by humans. All tower moments are engineered by the divine beings of light and darkness. And they will turn your world upside down because you are at the point where change needs to happen. And it is change that you will not do anything about it. As if they were to give you the liberty, you will not choose it. And so they will bring it in your world, turn your world upside down, destroy your marriage, destroy your life. Sometimes they will even take your children, give you the hardest grief for you to actually activate your gifts. If you notice, a lot of people go through initiation when their marriages are going. They're ending. That's when they start their initiation. I don't know. I've not yet figured out what the connection is, but majority of people, their marriage end when they're about. It's like when they don't want to fulfill their gifts, they have to end your marriage. Your children start going and doing stuff that You never thought possible because you are ignoring your spiritual gifts. That's a tower moment. And it's not nice. I know it doesn't make sense, but on a greater level, for the work of humanity, it does make sense. Right? So you need to understand that you are protected for a reason, not because you are special. And the spiritual protection comes because you have work to do. And because you are protected, let me end with this. And because you are protected, you will definitely be tested. Why would you be protected? You are protected from dying. That's the whole thing. The whole reason is that you should not die. The whole point of this whole thing is that they must make sure you don't die. But the very same people who are making sure that you don't die are, the very same people who are protecting you are the ones that are bringing you the challenges at the same time. All they have to do is make sure you not die. So the protection, spiritual protection, it is so that you don't die, but it's not to take away the challenges out of your life. Oh, finally we got it. Spiritual protection, it is not to remove the challenges out of your life. It is just to protect you from death. So that whatever challenges that come, and when the beings feel that now you are about to break, they have to pull back a little bit and protect you and say, stop the demons. Now she can't take it. Wait, give her 7 days of rest. But that's the whole thing. It is so that you do not die and fulfill your mission. That's why you are protected. But it doesn't mean they will stop the war. It doesn't mean they will stop the challenges. It doesn't mean that they will stop the life that you are living. It doesn't mean the tower moment won't stop. Even it means that the very same angel that's protecting you and telling you, I have your back, it is the very same angel that brings you the tower moment. So when you're sitting in your life and looking at your life falling apart, but yet you are highly protected, ask yourself, who is making my life fall apart? It's the very same people who are highly protecting you. And this is why I always teach you that even at certain time, your ancestors don't have the authority to stop anything. Your ancestors, all they can do is watch and whisper in your ears and say, continue to pray. Whisper in your ears and say, raise your vibration. Whisper in your ears and say, do that cleansing, that mohula cleansing. Whisper in your ears and say, take a self-cleanse bath. Or whisper in your ear and say, go consult with Maputi. That's all they can do, because they also don't have the authority. They are waiting on you to pass the tests, the test of the pilgrimage. Right? I see people online, I'm highly protected. If you knew how protected I was, you would not be coming for me. You will not even be witching me. That's true. But the reality is that the witches don't even have power. The people that are destroying your life are the ones who are protecting it. I know I sound crazy, but that's the truth. Right? That's the reality of spirituality. I tell you guys, when we get here, there's no black and white. Everything is the same. It's all grey. Here, in the lower level, there's black, there's white, there's red, there's purple, there's what. But when we ascend, hence that's why the higher angels will come even wearing black. Because once you get here, there's no color. It's just creation, and anything can create. Creation is pure energy. Hence, that's why you're black, because you are creation. And that's my note. Let's leave it there. Let us leave it there. I hope you all are having a good Monday, and maybe this video will boost you and help you have a beautiful week. Or not a beautiful week per se, but it will just help you know what's happening in your life and the challenges that are happening in your life. And I think I'm making this video because I was hit with some challenge recently. And I'm talking to a friend and I'm like, but no, like I cannot be tested. Why am I being tested? And then later on I had a voice that says that sometimes it's because like I also get a little bit too comfortable and I need to be job. And the angels are like, you're too comfortable. When are you forgetting your mission? We're giving you a little bit of a trial. We're reminding you of what these things are. And then when they happen, I'm like, oh, why am I going through this again? I thought we are over this, you know? But yeah, it's part of life. It's part of spirituality. These are to help, these messages are to help you to know where you are and how to deal with where you are. Until next time, toodles, my love.